Hello, myself Dr. Deepak Shirbhate. I'm working as a principal of Vikramshila Polytechnic, Darapur, Taluka Daryapur, District, Amravati, Maharashtra State of India. And today I'm going to demonstrate you VRML elevation grid creation without Vivety Studio. So you in the title screen you can see the elevation grid actually. So elevation grid is nothing but a plane on which we are giving the heights, different heights, and create different topology. That is called as elevation grid. Now most of the elevation grids cannot be edited with the help of Vivety Studio, and in this particular demonstration we will be creating the elevation grid which can be edited by Vivety Studio. So let us start with the demonstration. Now elevation grid code structure, let us understand that elevation grid, as I have said, it is a planar structure having some heights in the z axis, and this definition, with this definition you can easily understand. We give the x dimension, we give the z dimension, and then we give the height. So why we have created this particular demonstration? So this demonstration was created because I was not able to find out elevation grid creation tool in Vivety Studio. I have explored the entire Vivety Studio, but I was not able to find out which tool is creating elevation grid. Of course, one tool is given in the create advanced menu, but that tool is not able to create the elevation grid. I don't know the reason why it is not able to create the elevation grid, but I tried that tool, but it was not able to create the elevation grid. This method will help you to create elevation grid using simple text editor like Notepad. This elevation grid can be edited in Vivety Studio. The elevation grid which I will be demonstrating today, it can be created, it can be edited in the Vivety Studio. It means that you can have a control on the elevation grid with the help of Vivety Studio. Now there may be some confusion between the elevation grid and index phase set IFS. So it should be noted that the index phase set can give you this exact same result as the elevation grid. The difference is with the elevation grid, you only define the height at each point instead of x, y, and z if you were using the index phase set. So in the index phase set, the definition is quite you can say elaborative, and definition is quite long also. So this saves the time of programming and space on your source file. So elevation grid can be created with more compact file size as compared to IFS, that is index phase set. So that is the difference. So this is the simple code for the elevation grid. Now in the elevation grid, what we will have the height data, and then we will have the x dimension, z dimension, x spacing, and z spacing. That is the data that we have. Sometimes we may have crease angle also. So if you have the crease angle, then you can paste that information also. So you have to modify these values in this particular text file, and this text file can be edited with the simple text editor like Notepad. So you can use the Notepad and you can modify the values. Now the code that we have just seen, the output of that code is like this. You can see that here we got the elevation grid. That was a very simple code, and you can say that you can see that there is a plane structure and which has been given some heights. So it is just like a cloth which we are pulling from different side, okay, to a specific height. So this is called as an elevation grid. This is a very simple and good example of elevation grid. So it is a planar surface actually. which is having which is given the heights at different points, different vertices, which forms the elevation grid. Now with some say programming, we can control the heights and we can have the animation in the elevation grid. Now we will be editing this particular elevation grid. I'm opening that particular file, and here I will be creating a puddle splash using 10 by 10 elevation grid. I'm having the data for that. Here that data is available. I'm just taking that data and pasting that data into this particular file. So I am having the name. So name I will be pasting over here. Then I am having the height data, crease angle data. Crease angle I will be pasting above the height data. After say solid falls, I will paste that crease angle. So crease angle I have pasted. Then we will be pasting the height data. Here I will be pasting the height data. Square bracket needs to be pasted. Check the square bracket. That is most important. And then there will be x dimension, z dimension, x spacing and z spacing. X dimension is 10. Modify this x dimension as 10. It means that there will be 10 vertices in the x plane. There will be 10 vertices in the x plane. This is dimension z. It means that there will be 10 vertices in the z plane. Vertices in the z plane. Then x spacing. X spacing. Spacing we have given, and then there is a z spacing. Okay, so we have saved this particular file with the same name. Okay, we'll save it with some different name, maybe a puddle splash using 10 by 10 elevation grid. Save it with a different name. So if we throw a stone in the water, the water will experience the splash, and that type of texture can be created with the elevation grid. And this is the elevation grid that we have created. Now this elevation grid can be edited in the Viewity Studio. It means that you can control this elevation grid in the Viewity Studio. By mistake I have made the changes in the source file, so the original code has been lost and the modified code is available in both the files. So in both the files you will see that there is a puddle splash. That mistake you should not do. Prior to saving, you change the name of the file so that the original code should get preserved for reference. So now again the original code I have actually copied in this particular, this was the original code, and I will be creating the mounted topology with this code. So this is the data for the mountain topology. I will be creating a mountain topology with the help of this code. So it will be called as elevation grid to show mountain topology. Okay. Then you can use the same title for saving the file so that the source file will get preserved. Okay. Then we have got the crease angle data, which you can paste above the height after solid falls information. Then there is height data. Then X dimension and Z dimension. X dimension and Z dimension. 9 9. It means that there will be 9 vertices in X plane, 9 vertices in the Z plane. This spacing is totally absent. So we will delete this particular thing. Delete this and save the file. Okay, that's it. Save the file. And this will represent a puddle plash. If we throw mountain, so this is actually a topology of the mountain. Now you can, now this code is editable in the Vivid Studio because it is in the format of the Vivid Studio. Now you can edit and you have the control. In the next video we will see how we can control the height of this mountain with the help of some program, some script. So height of the points can be controlled with the help of script. VRML script you can write, and you can write a program which will control the height. So this is how we can create the elevation grids. Now this is also a elevation grid. Elevation grid representing chessboard. Then elevation grid created with automatic terrain generator. You can see the terrain topology, and puddle plash we have already seen. Now there are several elevation grid examples which are available. All the examples I have included in this particular video. In the description you will get the link. You can download the code, or you can contact me on my contact details. I will supply the code, but it is available in the description, and in the description you will get more videos on VRML and Vivity Studio. So thanks for watching my video. In case of any query or clarification, you can contact me on my contact details. Thank you.